And hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar right now today. And firstly, I'll just go and introduce myself to everyone. I'm sure that you're seeing me here for the very first time. So, I'm Babita, and I work in the marketing team at Frappe, and I look after public webinars right now. So, in case anyone has any comments or requests around webinars, can drop me a mail at babita@frappe.io. Coming to our session today, we have Akshay, who is a cost accounting profession with very deep roots in manufacturing, and he's also a Frappe certified functional consultant at ERP Data, who is our partner, registered partner. Today he's talking about ERPNext for metal casting foundry industry. So he's taking a session on this. So any businesses under this domain will definitely and hopefully benefit from this. So over to you, Akshay. You can go about it, introducing yourself and the agenda for the meeting. You can take over.
Yes, thank you. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Akshay Mahadadalkar, and I am Frappe certified functional consultant with commerce background. So I have more interest in manufacturing industries and its relation to the finance, how it impact to the financial statements and all. So uh, I will share my screen first of all. Okay. Yes. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So I'm from Quantbit Technologies Private Limited, and we are Frappe certified company, and we implement ERPNext into the various domains. We are currently doing in manufacturing industry like sugar, foundry, machine shops, food processing industries, dairy industries, education and healthcare also, and trading, import export businesses also. Right now we are here to discuss about foundry industry, and the agenda of today's webinar is uh, how the overview of the casting business, the main crux of the casting product business, how foundry runs, and what are the challenges foundry manufacturers face in their day-to-day manufacturing processes. So we will understand the casting business overview. Then we will go to foundry process, especially production process. Then we will discuss about the pain points which industry currently have. Then how we cater, how we deliver through various creating various masters, data entries like core manufacturing, mold manufacturing, which are sub module to the main production of the casting. Then how we enter pouring log or heat log. Then after production, what will happen to that casting? Then how it will be sent to the subcontracting, then production planning and reports. This will be our agenda for the today's meeting. So first of all, I am discussing with the overview of the casting business. So basically, everyone foundry manufacturer knows the casting in typical foundry manufacturing business. There are raw materials which we call commonly in a foundry business as a charge mix or a charge. So there is a raw material which is melted into furnace, and after melting it into furnace, it will pour into the molds, various sizes of the molds. Uh, so it will get its desired shapes accordingly for the sale. So here is the business process flow, production process flow of the foundry. Here you can see there is a first process will be the stand preparation for the molding production or the core production. Then molding will be there. After molding, pattern preparation. After pattern preparation, pattern will be released for the melting process, melting department. After that, pouring will be done at melting stage. After that, at knockout stage, it will be cooled down, and after knockout it will be goes for the shot blasting. Then it will be goes to the casting treatment, various casting treatments like painting, fettling, etc. Then it will be, in some cases it will be uh, sent out to the subcontractors for the machining or any other activities, and it will come back to us, and then we will sell it. This is the process flow of the foundry manufacturing process, and this same process flow we have mapped in our software. So I will demonstrate now directly to the system. So in ERPNext, we have core modules like buying, selling, stock, inventory, and we have built on the top of the ERPNext Quantbit Foundry module. In Quantbit Foundry module is specifically designed for the foundry industry for the various problems. So we first of all we discuss the what the problem currently industry is facing. So there is a no proper inventory tracking of the casting or charge mix. Uh, After pouring, there will be no tracking. So material after pouring, where at which stage the material is available and what is its cost, what is its value, whether it is rejection or good casting, there is a mess about it. So we have defined in such a way process flow. After each process, the casting will move to the next process as per floor management. Once we have done short blasting, then we'll move to the fettling. Same in system also, after doing data entry of a short blasting, the okay quantity of the casting material will be available to the next stage. So we have mapped accordingly. So another point is there is no direct linkage between the production process and its financial impacts. So in ERPNext, we follow perpetual inventory. So every movement of the casting or every movement of the product or inventory will have financial impacts, and directly it will impact to profit and loss statements and balance sheets. So after each and every transaction of the foundry process, we will get to know where is what is my rejections, what the rejection impacts on the financial statement, or if burning loss is increasing, then how burning loss will impact my profit and loss statement. What is the cost of the rejection? uh, we can analyze that monthly basis or quarterly basis, so we can minimize it. Then rejection tracking, the most important thing in fund industry is, I think, rejection tracking. Rejection can be done at any stage of the production. So we have built in such a way that if rejection is come from it at any stage, it will track at the rejection warehouse or rejection locations, and we will have its financial impact, and we can count it on tonnage basis, on quantity basis, and on rupees or financial impacts also. So I will demonstrate you first of all the masters. The concept is that we have made bifurcation in whole foundry manufacturing process. There will be a melting process and casting treatment. We call it as a pouring. In pouring, their pouring stage is the common stage across all foundry, and after pouring there will be a allied processes which we called it as a casting treatment. So here you can see that casting treatment. After pouring, we can do inspection, dispatch, melting, shot blasting, oiling, painting, grinding, fettling, knockout. All the stages or all the activities which we perform on casting, that we can track on system. So there is a casting treatment. Then there is a furnace master. First of all, in furnace master, we include all our furnaces related information. In furnace master, you can see the type of the furnace, average heat time of the furnace, furnace capacity for capacity building, the excess melting material which we can add in that furnace. All that furnace related configuration is done at furnace master. Then another important master is grade grade master. Grade master is our charge mix. So what will be our grade for the any casting FG200, FG500, 700 or 400 by 7? We can configure its grade type. Its BHN, it is important for the hardness testing. So we can configure hardness range as per our grade, and we can add here the all raw materials required in that particular grade. And here is a small change than our traditional practices. Here we add percentage of the that charge mix, how much percentage it required for the production of the casting. So here you can see that MS scrap is required for 35%, pig iron required 10%, CI boring required 30%. These are the estimates, and after, at the time of the manufacturing I will show you the actual charge mix we will consume, and the standard system give to us. We will compare both of them, and we generate a budget analysis or standard costing stuff. Then there is alloys, which is one material of the found charge mix. Then we can separately add alloys also. And there is a runner riser which we production, after production we will get runner riser. And if there is a certain molten metal is left, then we call it as a hill metal or anything. All such configuration we have done in grade master. After grade master, another important master is additional cost. So basically we track all costing related records while the production of the casting. First of all, we add charge mix, that is raw material required during the production. Then additional cost. In additional cost, we add electricity. In electricity, the electricity is the second most highest cost component of the any foundry industry. So we configure it as electricity cost, and we configure from here the standard rate of the electricity. Same, if there is a manufacturing overhead, labor overhead, we can configure it on a weight basis. One of the important thing in foundry industry is that all the cost or all the overheads are calculated on the basis of the tonnage of the production, not on the quantity or time basis. So generally it will be computed on the basis of tonnage of the each production. So we add uh, additional cost as per required on the basis of tonnage, on the basis of quantity, and on the basis of hour. So we provide here flexibility, full flexibility to the user, so he can configure accordingly here how he want to add additional cost on the basis of tonnage, on the basis of time, or on the basis of per quantity. So after that, we configure pattern master. Pattern master is the most important thing in whole our software. We call it as a pattern master, but actually it is a bill of material of the casting. So in casting master, pattern master, we add the pattern item, which pattern item is this, then its group, its pattern grade type, which type of casting uh, production is done from that particular pattern, its grade. Then the ownership of the pattern, if the pattern is owned by the customer, then we have to link customer for that. So any third party audit or any audit, we can get record of the how many patterns of the particular customer we have, and what is the condition or what is the count. After that, if there is a drawing number, we can add drawing number here, and we can attach a PDF of the drawing here also. So we can attach drawing PDF. Then there will be a total bunch weight of the box, molding box, or a box total box weight will be there. After that, there will be a cavity type. We will define cavity type and number of quantity production by each box. Then there is a pattern life. Pattern life can be defined is automatically reduced by how many number of casting production produced from this particular pattern ID. Then there is a part pouring details. In this table, we configure which casting is produced from this particular pattern. For example, here is a pattern name brake drum single cavity pattern. From that particular pattern, we produce or we generate we brake drum 9622. This item will be product produced, and what will be the its per unit weight is a 64 kg per unit weight, and it can be product produced from the cavity one of that particular pattern. After that, what we consume during the production, like cold, core, mold, or other consumables, that we add in consumable tab. Here you can see there are core which are consumed while manufacturing process. So there is a core standard quantity one required for each casting of production. If there is a mold, then we can add mold also here. And if there is another additional consumables, if there, then we can add all consumables and its standard quantities. Accordingly, it will we can compare it with the actual. After here, till consumable details, all the details we have seen here are related to the pouring entries or pouring stage. After pouring, there will be a n number of processes for as per each casting or each customer wise. So I can say that after production of the 9622 breakdown 9622, we what the following procedures or what allied activities we which we done on that casting, that all are configured here. So here you can see that there will be a shot blasting after pouring, and number what raw material it requires, steel shots, its standard quantity. After that, it will goes to the next stage, that is fettling. In fettling, we require sandpaper or grinding wheel, any raw material, that standard quantity will be there. After fettling, there will be a painting. Painting required red oxide or anything, any paint, its standard quantity. Then final inspection. Final inspection. After final inspection, it will goes to the dispatch for the sale. So this is the pattern master, or we can call it as a bill of material. The whole backbone of the our software is the pattern master. Okay. After pattern master, before pouring, we make core production also, and core production also there are certain raw materials which we consume, and after and that particular core is consumed in pouring stage. So I will quickly show you bill of material of the core. Similarly, we uh, configured bill of material for the core, mold, everything. Here you can see that this is the manufacturing for the core manufacturing. What will be the finished product, that is core brake drum 9622 will be manufactured. Its standard weight, the core weight. Earlier we see that 64 kg is the my casting weight, and core weight will be the 60 kg. And what kind of core it is this? This is the cold box or cold box core or shell core, whatever it may be. Then raw material, which raw material it requires. There will be silica sand 80 kg. There is a resin, binder, amine gas. Generally in core manufacturing, all allied raw materials like resin, binder, bentonite, all activities are added with percentage of the silica sand or sand which we used in core production. So we have added here check mark. So accordingly, the percentage calculation will be done by the system. I will show you here. If I made here 85, here you can see the quantity of the changes accordingly 0.20%, 0.50%. If I made here 1%, here quantity will be changed accordingly. So user need not required to add each and every raw material configuration. If we allow this kind of configuration, then manual error will be less. After configuration bill of material, I will show you the entry of the foundry manufacturing. So now I am showing you data entry of the system. In first, we manufacture core, because if my casting required core during the production, then we have to make core production firstly. First of all, which one concept I will show you. There is a warehouses. We have created locations accordingly our floor management. That is, there will be a one location for short blasting. There will be a one location for fettling, one location for melting, one location for painting, one location for dispatch. So how the casting moves at a shop floor accordingly. We move it on a system. So after, before core production, I cannot make pouring entry, because for pouring entry or for heat log, we I required to manufacture core first, and after core manufacturing there will be a core consumption in pouring. So there will be a log for each stage. That earlier stage have to be fulfilled by the each user. So I will show you here quickly. Here you can see core manufacturing, supervisor, operator. Here you can see. So you can see here all the raw materials required are fetched from our bill of material. Now I will add here only how much quantity I have manufactured, what is the okay quantity, what is the rejected quantity. And if I save it, the, there is a raw material included in this production. Then we have to add here electricity consumption. Let's say 1200 units initial consumption, then 1300 after ending consumption. Then if I save it, you can see here manufacturing overhead calculated, labor overhead accordingly calculated, electricity overhead also calculated. So we track each and everything while production entry: raw material, manufacturing overhead, labors, electricity, all things. Now if I save it, you can see here directly that stock has been produced and my raw material will be consumed by finished product. Here you can see in stock ledger, you can see my 10 production of the core is done. Now this is available for the melting, at melting stage or pouring stage or molding stage, and raw material is consumed. So we get real-time inventory tracking, real-time consumption, and its financial impact also. After that, then another entry is pouring. Now after manufacturing of the core, we enter pouring entry or heat log. We can call it as a heat log. The basic data we have to fill first of all, that is shift, in which shift we have entered. Then there is a heat number. Then there which supervisor was there, which operator is there. Then there is a pouring details. We have to select furnace. After furnace, furnace capacity will be shown here. The grade in which we are currently pouring, grade type. Then in the, if there is a tapping temperature which we can add after tapping temperature. There will be a start time of the heat, end time, how much minute it required to uh, heat the furnace. The initial reading comes from last entry. I have to add last ending reading. After that, I have to select here pattern item. Here you can see break drum 9622 pattern will be shown here. I will select that and I will add only how much boxes I have poured. So I will add here 6 boxes I have poured. After that, all information, the casting product required to be production produced from that pattern will be shown here. I will check it. After checking it, it will add the casting weight, runner riser weight, and total my pouring weight, bunch weight. After that, there will be a charge mix. In charge mix, you can see all the related data for the grade which we have selected here, that is FG250, automatically comes to that particular table. So user did not require to enter each and every data required for the heat every time. So once we have filled all the masters, the data entry will be done in few seconds. So here user can be update actual quantity used by him, that if I used 260 kg of the ms scrap, 65 kg of the scrap pig iron, I have used 250 kg of let's say ci boring. Here you can see the available stock user can see at the warehouse stores, the required standard quantity which is configured by the management or the production supervisor, and what actual quantity has used, which we can configure. Now there will be some message pop up you can see here. So the furnace capacity is 700 plus we configured it 10% maximum, more we can allow it. So there will be a 770 kg. So if there is excess production capacity with respect to that particular furnace, so I have not allowed to enter or submit the entry. So I have to reduce here. Then only I can save my entry. Okay. So same here, alloys also, alloys we can add which actual used by the at the time of the melting process. After that, there is a consumables. You can see here core, the core production which we have made, that will become here, and at the time of the production of the or the melting or pouring, we consume the core. If there is additional consumable, we added also that additional consumable, and after saving that, you can see additional cost is calculated here also, manufacturing overheads, labor overheads, electricity. So we have captured all the related KPIs like raw material, manufacturing overhead, labor overhead, electricity. All major cost included in casting production, we have included in this cycle. If we save this entry, there will be a stock movement entries here. You can see here that all my consumption have been done for the all charge mix, core and additional consumables, and my 6 quantities of the casting has been produced, and immediately its financial impact of accounting entries will be posted. So after each and every entry of the manufacturing, we will it's have impact on our stock, financial statement, balance sheet, profit and loss, each and everything from single entry. So here you can see that my next stage is shot blasting. So 6 quantity of the casting will be available for the shot blasting. After that pouring, the next stage is a casting treatment, which can be different for each product or each customer. So we will go to the casting treatment. In casting treatment, one of the great thing about this software is we can track all the activities after pouring with by its hit entry or hit number. So here in a casting treatment, in a casting treatment, I will show you. I will add new entry. There will be a shift, in which shift we have production. Then there is short blasting, which supervisor is there, which operator is there. After that, I will select here with pouring entry. So I have to select here hit number, which we have already entered in pouring entry. So this particular casting treatment, or we can say this particular shot blasting, fettling is done for the particular heat entry. So here you can see that the raw materials required, that is steel shots, and the casting itself is available for the production or the for at the stage of the shot blasting. I have to add here next stage of the casting, where will it go, and shot blasting. Here you can see available stock and 6 quantity I am done in that particular production entry. So against that production entry, I can make only 6 quantity of the casting treatment. After that, there is a quality inspection. It may happen that the casting which is good at the pouring after melting stage, but in fettling, in knockout, it will be a crack or something rejections happen. So I have option for that I will add here, that is 4 okay quantities are there, and rejection quantities are 2. After adding rejection quantities, you can see automatically here rejection table will be updated in system. So user have to update the reasons for that particular rejection, whether it is a block hole, whether it is a crack or any kind of rejection. So I'm adding here, and there will be a Foundry rejection location. So we will track rejections accordingly as per casting, tonnage, and okay. Now I will save it. After saving this, in this entry also there will be a additional cost, and if I save it, it will move to the next process. You can see here it will move to the fettling. 4 quantities of the product casting will only move to the next process, and the rejected quantities will be moved to the rejection location, that is 2 quantities. So we will make casting treatment for fettling, painting, and all these accordingly. So now I'm doing fettling. So in fettling, super. These are the mandatory fields. We make it mandatory fields, supervisor, operator, because we can track the performance of the particular supervisor or operator, the rejection or tonnage number, how much tonnage of the rejection due for, against each supervisor or operator for the performance analysis of the our employees. So we have to add here which supervisor was there at that time, which operator was present at that time. So in pouring, I will add 30. So if I am making selling it, then it will be moved to the dispatch, ready for dispatch. With link, there are 6 quantity. I will move to 4. There will be raw material consumption. Now I am all quantities are my good quantities. So I am saving it and sale. Okay. So here you can see that the casting moved to the dispatch. So selling department will have only 4 quantities right now for the dispatch. I will show you now reports. If anyone has a question, then they can ask now.
Will
In case
stock
there are any
reservation work in this, like the default system? Because you're not using the default doc types, right? You're creating everything yourself.
Yes, yes.
So you're not using anything from the default, like work order, job card, operations, routing, nothing you're using.
No,
So will
no.
the stock reservation feature work in this case?
We stock reservation can be done in these stages, but we have to configure it in a pattern master. Right now, this is not available.
You have not set up stock reservation for now.
Yes, yes.
Maybe your customer is not asked for it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We can reserve stock entry against sale order. So
Okay.
we have made it a reserve quantity at the stage of the production planning. While making
Okay.
production planning, there will be a separate warehouse or dispatch.
Okay.
The reserve stock after minusing or reducing reserve sale order quantity, only production planning can be done in for the next
Also,
production
in
cycle.
your case, the worker will not be able to, like the default case, start the job and then stop the job, and then the time is automatically recorded. That feature is also not available in your case.
Yes, we have making it available for that, because in foundry industry which we have faced is that uh, lower level operator is not making data entry on everyday basis.
Okay, they
He
will put on paper
ha
and then the senior person
yes,
will go and check.
yeah, the supervisor will be enter the data in system. So we did not add a timer at
Okay.
at this point.
Is this module open source?
No, right now this is not on open source. We are
Okay.
working on it.
So are you going to make it open source in the future?
Yes, we are
Okay.
trying to make it open source.
Okay,
After
we
yes,
will wait for that eagerly.
yes,
Yes.
yes. Okay, okay. Any other question?
any more questions,
I
people
have
can.
one more question.
Yes,
So this sequence of yours, that first core will be made and first pattern, then core. So this
correct.
sequence can anybody break, or you have put it very lock the sequence?
The sequence which defined in pattern master will be defined for the shop floor.
So you can't bypass this.
No, no. So
In,
we have made the casting treatment in such a way that routing works in ERPNext standard module. So we have defined it in casting treatment. You can see here. If I show you the
Also in your flowchart, you were showing that some part will go out for job work.
correct, right?
So in your case, if sometimes what happens, we have a capacity in-house, so normally we will not send for job work. But if
Okay.
the machine breaks down and suddenly the routing changes, now we have to send it out for job work.
Yes.
So then
Subcontracting
how
out.
can you handle that in
Yes. Yes. Yes.
yes,
Yes.
subcontracting? No, but in the
Subcontracting.
original routing, subcontracting was not there part of subcontracting
No,
because now
no.
suddenly the internal machine broke down
Yes.
and then we have to send for at the last moment it is decided that this part needs to be sent subcontracting out.
So
So
you
then
can
how can we manage that?
Yes, if you see here in casting treatment,
Hmm.
we make casting treatment from a single form, that is a casting treatment form, and we
Okay.
change here casting treatment. The processes we changes, and after in each process, you can see here there is a linking to the pattern master.
Okay.
So if we are making casting treatment only in house,
Hmm. Hmm.
then only routing will be working in that case.
Okay.
If certain broke down and accident happens, then if we shift casting to from the
Outsider, yes.
yes subcontracting out form. So there is a no such locking for right now for the subcontracting out,
Okay.
because in certain cases as you mentioned there will be a certain accidents and we have to move out the casting to outward, and if in that case if there is a lock, then it will be a lot more
No, but
failure
your
or
sequence is
loss.
locked now. That first,
Yes,
then
so
how will
for
we
that
break that sequence and send it out instead?
so that is configured on the form basis. If we use casting treatment, then it will be required routing, and if
Okay,
we moving casting from the subcontracting out form,
okay.
then it
Then
will,
it will not be required.
yes, it will be not required. Yes. So here we have managed and track cost of the all costing required in manufacturing process. Okay.
Rakesh, do you want to cover anything else in this session, or do you want to jump into Q&A?
I will show next production planning first of all, if there is no question. We have made,
Any questions? People can drop in the chat if they hesitate to speak, or you can have your mic also.
Okay. Yes. Hi. Good afternoon.
good afternoon.
Yes. Sangram here. I just wanted to ask regarding the machine shop or machining. Just like subcontracting,
Okay.
there will be many companies do have production of the casting in-house, and the machining is done out of their company. So it is just like a subcontracting.
Correct.
So is it also covered in this module?
uh, for subcontracting from foundry or machine shop.
From a machine shop.
Yes, machine shop. We have developed machine shop altogether another module. In that we can we there is a available option that machine shop will be subcontracting to another vendor for machining or some other processes.
Okay. Can you just please show me a flow how it
Yes,
is done?
yes. I
Yes.
will show you subcontracting process flow. In
Yes.
foundry and in machine shop, in both cases, the process of the subcontracting will be the same. So,
Okay.
in subcontracting out, first of all, in subcontracting out, we have to select first of all supplier, from which supplier which we have subcontracting, then source warehouse. Here we select the location from which we have to move our casting, whether it is from inspection or a rejection or fettling or core shop, or from where we want to move. So I am
Okay.
moving it from the fettling. Now if the purchase order, we can make it as mandatory purchase order, otherwise I will add directly 962 casting. In casting I will add subcontracting. Here you can see the rate and the operation machining. Only this information is sufficient for making outward challenge. And
Okay.
if the address is updated in master, then the address of the our subcontracting will be there. And after submitting this, we can add transportation information also for the EV bill requirement,
Okay.
driver, vehicle number, and all. And after submitting this, okay, sure, there will be a stock entry for the movement. Here you can see that beta engineers received 3 quantity. So we have created warehouses or locations for the each subcontractors, so we can track stock at warehouse
So will the EVA will be
subcontracting end.
created from the system itself in this case?
Yes, yes.
So
System, if GST compliance, GST India compliance is implemented, then we can make EV bill also from the system
from the
only.
you can make EVA bill from the delivery note, right? But
Yes,
you did not
yes.
create a delivery note.
No, no. There is a new feature in ERPNext that we can make EV bill from stock entry also.
Oh, we can make EVA bill from stock entry.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
So after stock entry, we can make a bill from that. This feature is available in version 15 of the ERPNext. So we have used this.
Okay,
So after
good.
subcontracting out, there will be a subcontracting in entry required. Here you can see subcontracting in. In subcontracting in, I have added supplier, the posting date, again the warehouse, source warehouse, target warehouse. Then the I have to match in quantity with respect to each out challan for the GST compliance. So I have to select which challan I am yeah, against which challan which I am getting this particular item. Here the bifurcation of the incoming casting item, that is if we are receiving it as a CR quantity, machining rejection for rework, okay quantity, that bifurcation also available, which will be more required at the stage of the evaluating performance of our subcontractor. Then there will be
Okay.
a bifurcation table. In bifurcation table you will see the subcontracting out challan and its out quantity, return quantity against particular out challan, and number of pending quantities against each out challan. After that there is address details, and after submitting this, my stock will be available for particular location which we selected here. So I will show you quickly a report about subcontracting register. Here, here you can see we have matched challan wise, subcontractor wise, and casting wise in quantity and out quantity and its bifurcation. Here you can see out challan number, the casting item code, in challan again made against each particular out challan, its quantity and number of days it is income received which we have received from outgoing. So this is required for GST compliance, that if we did not receive within 180 days, then we have to make a reversal of the ITC. So we have made that report also here.
Okay.
Okay, and we have made also GST ITC 4 report also, outward supply and inward supply, which will be required for the GST compliance. So we can make JSON file for that, and we can upload it on our website for the
So this you have
return.
made different report because this one India compliance has got this by default. Huh?
Yes, but in India compliance, we have to made first of all bill of material, then subcontracting purchase order, and all
Because
those
you have
process.
customized everything, that is why you
Yes,
have to
yes.
customize this one also.
Yes. So user will update only required field, because each and every challan there will be no bill of material for that. In particularly in casting industry, there will be straightforward casting moving out and coming in, and I have to match it against in challan and out challan. So we have made GST ITC 4 reports also accordingly, government which are compliance to the government, in which you will get all GST related and all data. So GST ready reports are also available in this package. Okay. So I will now show you the production planning.
Just one small question regarding the
Okay.
uh, outsourcing,
Okay.
subcontracting. Is there any type of provision made in the system that I can provide login to the if I have 100 subcontractors, then can I give the access to them particularly separate logins and with their own name? And if I am assigning them a few amount of castings, for their machining, and they can update the whatever is the result. Then it will reduce the load in of the employees that are working in my company.
Right now, this is not available in current system, but we can update it on a web page or link it to the web page or a supplier portal through which we can configure it.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay. Now will I will yes. Okay. I will show you production planning. In production planning, we have covered all the areas like production planning based on the sales orders of the customers. Uh, then the material requirement planning, the best the casting uh, in in pattern master we have configured casting item and its grade. So we material requirement planning also can be done from this. One second. Okay. Yes. Sorry. Here you can see the production planning. Here I'm making. Yes. There will be a month planning. Then for which financial year I am making planning. Then there will be a furnace wise capacity planning is there. So we have first of all made capacity planning with respect to each furnace. So here you can see for induction one my capacity is 700 kg. Then average heat time is 45. Average heat cycle per day I can make it 32 cycles of the heat. Then number of days available for during the month, then estimated furnace weight for the particular month which I can generate. So accordingly each furnace there will be a capacity building or capacity planning. After that the sale order which we have entered in our system will be fetched here after get sales order. Then you can see here the pattern master finished item, the quantity in particular order and its total weight. So we will get all the required details and capacity of the particular furnace or particular foundry. After that we can see here company wise production planning, that is system will suggest you the production of that this particular order on which date we have to pour it. This is based on the foundry setting. In foundry setting which we have made configuration for the buffer days for the production planning. Let's say here are 1 day or 1 day. So if my delivery date let's say is a 13, then I have to make pouring at 12 of the May, or buffer days are 10, then I have to make pouring entry at 1st of the May. So can I deliver on time to the customer? Here you can see the weight of the particular order. So after get saving this, there will be a MRP, material requirement planning. On that basis, we have made the all charge mix which required during the manufacturing. All charge mix estimated charge mix for the month will be fetched here. That means pig iron I required to procure 20,354 kg of the pig iron. I have required 30,531 kg of the RR I have required, CI boring I have required. All that requirement planning will be there in so we can manage production cycle or purchase cycle accordingly and optimize our performance with respect to the customer. So we have made here production planning, capacity planning, and material requirement planning at one stage, which are interlinked to each other. Yes, any questions?
No,
Yes.
currently.
This if we are a group company, then we can make intercompany transfer also. If my capacity is exceeding for any company, then I can move to the my intercompany or second foundry or anything. If there is no second company, then I the system will suggest me this particular casting is required to be outsourced. This is purely based on our capacity planning. So here you can see I have to make subcontracting of 22.25 kgs during the May, because my capacity is over exceeding by current my orders. So system will be suggested you how much subcontracting or how much outsource you have to make during particular period. Yes. Okay. Okay. Then I will show you some reports. Okay. So we have made reports. So first of all, the major report or most important report is with regarding to the charge mix. So here you can see the charge mix consumption summary in particular. Here you can see the charge mix, the required quantity which we have configured on the masters, the actual quantity used by the user, the valuation rate and its financial impact or its amount, and standard amount required and actual amount is used. So we can generate variance, material variance report from that, variance report from for each and every charge mix or each and every consumption. So after that, there is a charge mix consumption trend report. In charge mix consumption trend, you can see we can see the trend analysis of the rejections. Here you can see monthly. If I make it weekly, then you can see here weekly report, how much charge mix which we have consumed during particular month, particular week, or first quarter, second quarter. We can compare it accordingly. After that, uh, casting production analysis, the production which entries which I have made, this is the in detail report for the particular casting. In this we can track shift wise, hit number wise, casting wise, its weight, good casting weight of that particular hit, total pouring weight of particular hit runner riser generation, and its valuation after that particular hit, and what additional cost or overheads incurred during that process, and the valuation rate. This is the particular based on casting treatment. And then there is a foundry pouring summary report, in which detail analysis as per supervisor operator performance can be tracked in this particular report. Here you can see that I can see report with respect to one furnace or one operator. So I can track performance of particular operator based on particular casting or a particular grade. Each and everything has been captured in this report. You can see here the total casting weight, runner riser weight, normal loss, yield which we have generated from particular heat is also calculated in this particular report. Okay. So we have tracked. For the thought is that we have made number of masters first of all, After that, while making entries, each points have been captured in single data entry. So we can generate report which are beneficial to the our management. Here you can see stage-wise stock balance. This is the stock balance report which we have pivoted. So here you can see the particular casting, the location of this particular casting, where it is located right now. So here you can see all my subcontractors are there. 160 quantity is available in VMC for it. This is sorry. Here you can see at fettling stage there is a 78 quantities of the stock is available at subcontractor, and if you want in tonnage then we can add it tonnage basis report also, because in foundry industry each and every report is required to be converted into tonnage. So you can see here the for sales RFD I have only 200 kgs of the material, or 200 quantities are available for my sales. So you can get overview of the location of the particular casting where it is available right now. Then there is a another report regarding to inspection. This is the important report for the management, where we can find the performance of the operator or supervisor and the reasons of the rejections. Here you can see from which casting treatment it is rejected, the casting item, the who was the operator, from which hit number it is rejection is registered, rejection type, rejection reason, number of quantities, number of total weight, and its financial impact. So here you can group by the reason. So here you can get summary of the particular reason. So right now during this period, blowhole, because of blowholes I have 18 quantity of rejection, which is 275 kgs of the rejection, and financial amount is 6280. If you want to segregate on the basis of casting treatment item basis, then you can move report, generate report accordingly. This particular report shows this particular casting is rejected for core crack reason, cold reason, or a number of reasons. So in single report you can analyze all the required. Okay, so any question?
In your module, there are a lot of tests there.
Yes, yes,
So those tests now for every SO, there might be separate test requires by the customer. So some
yes.
customer will ask this test has to be done. The other customer will ask different tests to be done. So how will we track from the SO? Is there some tracking to the manufacturing process?
So right now we are building solution so that we can track sale order, we can track in hit number.
Correct. So right now there is no tracking of
Yes,
heat number from the sales order.
yes. In hit number we have attaching sale order number. So after planning the each and every hit number will be generated against sale order only.
So that is
And
going to happen in the future, you're saying.
yes, in couple of months only.
Okay. Okay.
So here are the lot of tests available. That is hardness test. You can see here
Hmm.
the BHN we have configured on a grade master, against which hit number, which supervisor have done this particular entry. You can see here this particular casting has hardness reading 197 was hardness, BHN 187. Then average hardness is this. So if this is between my uh, range of the hardness BHN, then it will be accepted, or it will be sent out to the rejection warehouse, or again for the
And
melting.
the heat number entry you were doing manually, right? There was no series automatic heat number
Heat number, we can generate heat number based on the system, but right now we have entered manually because
manually.
yes. Okay.
So
So
you have
there,
given this to many Foundry customers, or you have just started now?
no, we have given to the many foundries in our region right now,
Okay,
and they are using our source system
okay,
for all their production, buying, selling, all
okay.
things are done in ERPNext
Rakesh,
only.
can you drop your number in the chat or somewhere so that we can later on maybe speak or something?
Yes. So we have integrated with bridge also in for the some customers for the casting weightage and all. Yes. I will share Rakesh sir number and my number also in chat. Take 1 second. Yes. Any question?
Oh, I thought your name was
So you,
Rakesh. Sorry.
hi, this is Rakesh. I think due to some issues, he joined from my ID. His name is Akshay. So
Okay,
you can
Okay.
okay,
move and then he will
okay.
add his number.
So you can send me both your numbers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I
Actually, if
will.
you're done, I think there is no more question. Maybe you can move to the end of the webinar. Hmm?
Yes. Yes. I will share my number.
So maybe Rakesh, you
Okay.
can also provide them your email ID so that they can reach out to you with their concerns as well. It will be helpful for everyone who are there in the attendee list.
Also, Babita, are we going to get the recording for this?
We can definitely get the recording. I think someone else is actually looking after the YouTube recordings, so I'll
Okay,
definitely check with them so that it can be put up on our
sure, sure. Please
YouTube.
do so. Please do
Yes,
so.
I also request you for the recording of this meeting.
Sure, sure. We can definitely look after
Akshay,
that.
Yes,
And
even if you can share it over to us in you just share a folder of this recording, that will also be fine.
so we have a separate playlist for webinars in our YouTube channel. You can directly check Frappe YouTube channel and you'll get a separate webinars with all recordings available there.
Okay.
Recent one, the previous one. So it will be useful for you to actually see the past webinars as well.
Ah, that's great.
Great, great. Yes, sure.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty insightful video and session, Akshay.
Yes.
And I
Thank you.
think people into Foundry
Oh,
industry will benefit from this session. Any questions people would like to shoot can definitely do right now or can unmute themselves or shoot it in the comment section.
yes. I
Comment
hope
section is
this.
blocked. I think chat is blocked.
Chat, no, it's enabled for everyone.
Okay.
Yes.
For me,
Uh,
personally blocked.
okay. Hope this session will help the attendees some information, more information. And we have built a machine shop specific mode solution also. After that, we will make one more webinar for specifically for the machine shop industry, in which we can track all the manufacturing in machine shop with respect to their cycle time and all things. Yes, I
Great.
hope
Very
for
good.
that.
Also, I would
Akshay,
request
any
to just loop in your feedbacks and comments or suggestions that you might have in the chat. I have floated a form. It will help us to improve and actually make it up to your expectations. Rakesh, you were saying something. Sorry to cut you off. You can go ahead.
no. I was asking, is there anything left from the Akshay to present? Maybe last minute. Do you have anything, Akshay, on the presentation side because you have continued on the demo?
Yes,
If not,
yes. I'm waiting to finish, Babita.
I'm done, Rakesh. Akshay, you can take it
Yes.
over.
Okay. So yes, this is about our company. We are working in these regions, and we provide services with respect to software development, ERPNext implementation also. ERP.
People who are trying to
Yeah.
put any comments in the chat can do so, because now it is enabled.
Okay.
It wasn't
Yes, we
enabled.
are providing services on ERP implementation with respect to ERPNext and any other consultation with respect to Frappe and ERPNext. And we have developed some Frappe framework applications with respect to various solutions like distribution channels and all. We build other applications on the web, and Android and iOS mobile applications also we have providing. And we are currently working on artificial intelligence and machine learning specifically for the foundry industry for the quality inspection based on for the visual inspection and all things we have uh, right now working on that
Are you
regard.
into statistical process control?
Yes, we are working on that also. uh,
Okay. So, how, I mean, are you into artificial intelligence and machine learning for visual inspections for pore holes and the
yes,
foundry?
blowholes,
Mhm.
cracks,
Yes.
all kinds of visual inspection which can be uh, done by the cameras. We are working on that by processing various kind of images and other details.
Okay, great.
These are our contact details. If anyone wants to connect, then we can connect to this contact. Okay. Yes. Any questions?
So, hi Akshay, is this
Yes.
solution made open source or still it is a closed source?
It is not open source right now. We are updating it to the next version, and we are planning to make it open source after that.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Any more questions? I think we do not have any more questions coming in right now. Just in case people would still like to connect with Rakesh or Akshay or with me regarding ERPNext, you can definitely reach out to us via the email IDs given by Akshay. I'm dropping in mine in case anyone has any suggestions regarding webinars and upcoming sessions.
Yes.
Cool, Akshay.
Yes.
I think that was pretty insightful for everyone here. We can see people were engaging with different kind of questions. So shows that we are actually building something quality.
Yes. I hope it will help to all the attendees.
Yeah, right. So thank you everyone who joined, and we hope that we'll see you in next session that Akshay brings up.
Yes.
Thank you. We'll wait for access.
Yes. Yes. We will
Yes, thank you so much.
definitely take another webinar. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Feel free to put your feedbacks, and we'll come up soon with another webinar. That's it for today. Thank you everyone for joining. Thanks Akshay. Thanks Rakesh.
Thank you everybody.
Thanks everybody.
Thank you. Have a good day.